that do a lot of the functions that big computers used to do for us. We're not a stranger to the mobile market. In fact, last year, 2011, we shipped 400 million RF devices, radios, into smartphones around the world. Every Tier 1 smartphone manufacturer uses Intel chips to some part of their product line. It is a very, very important segment to us. And what we see now, though, is that having the radio isn't just sufficient. It's much more important to think about these things in a much more holistic fashion. Why? It's because people aren't just making phone calls with their phones. And in fact, only 10% of the usage of a smartphone is around making the calls. And 90%, and I think an increasingly larger amount of it, is going to be the things that all of us do with our devices. We text, we share videos, we surf the web, we tweet, we do all kinds of things, make movies, take movies, see movies, things that are computing experiences. And we think about that have to also have the capability of making a phone call when you want to make a phone call. And so Intel, from its legacy of computing, is approaching the smartphone market, I think, in a different perspective, in terms of bringing out the performance characteristics while still making sure that we have the ultra-low power that's required for extended battery life. As we approach this, we started out thinking that this was all about chips. And it still is in some sense, but it's also all about platforms. And we've now developed a platform around the Atom chip that was codenamed Medfield, our first smartphone chip, that is a lot more than just a chip. We wanted to make sure that our customers had a fully functional reference design, or a form factor reference design, that was gave them a great compute platform to be able to go to market very quickly, and then optimize that platform for their features and their value-added services above us. The kinds of features that we're shipping in this first instantiation are an 8-megapixel camera. A lot of people have those. But it's an 8-megapixel camera that can take 10 pictures in less than 1 second. And if any of you have ever had a kid at a football game or soccer game or basketball game or a dance recital, and you want to get that full motion capability, get the right picture at the right time, this is a godsend to you. We also have 1080p video with HDMI out, so that you can share very high quality video when you're looking at it, but also share it on any screen that has an HDMI input. 14 days of standby. We take battery life seriously. We know there are standards in this market, and we intend to meet or exceed those. Given that we are Intel, of course, we benchmark everything. And I just put up here 3 of the major benchmarks that we think are important to smartphones. One on browsing, one on JavaScript, and one on graphics energy consumption. A lot of people can do graphics, but not everyone can do graphics in a power-efficient fashion. And the blue bars are the Intel product, and browsing higher is better, on JavaScript and energy consumption lower is better. So the first Intel product is already better than the other 5 top-selling smartphones that are out there. And you don't have to believe us. You can believe yourself. A lot of the press has now had access to these designs and are writing very complimentary things about their performance and their battery life. At CES just a few weeks ago, we had the opportunity to have 2 people on stage showing their products and their commitment to the Intel architecture, as well as showing off the reference design itself. On the right is Lu Xun from Lenovo. He was showing the first Lenovo smartphone, Intel-based smartphone, which will be launched in China in the second quarter on the China Unicom network. And it actually will be the first Intel-based smartphone in the market. On the left of the chart here is Sanjay Jha from Motorola, talking about the multi-year, multi-product strategic relationship that Intel and Motorola have signed up on, and their commitment to have products in the marketplace in the second half of this year. Today, we're proud to have an event announcing a number of new partners in different areas. And without further ado, let me start out by introducing you to one of the most important one of those. You may have seen the news this morning from Orange. Orange made an announcement about embracing Intel's architecture for one of their smartphone SKUs. And rather than me telling you about it, I'd like to ask Yves Maitre to come on up. Yves is the Senior Vice President for Mobile Multimedia Devices at Orange. Steve? So we had this wonderful announcement this morning, but more importantly, Intel and Orange have had many years of experience together in PCs and tablets and other devices. You know, what's new here? What's the news between our two companies?
The news between our two companies is a new partnership we have been dreaming together. As you know, when we talk about partnership, we talk about the vision first. We need to have a vision, and I will describe a little bit later on technology and the human sense, the human being sense. And by the way, I would like to say goodbye, to say thank you to Stanley, who is the CEO of Gigabyte Mobile. He has been working with us during those 8 months, and 6 days ago he passed away. Thank you, Stanley, for all your help, and goodbye. So, but when we talk about partnership, there are a lot of people in the room discussing, but most important, one of our key partners, and we always our key partner is customers. And during all these 18 months we have been dreaming the partnership together, the main key target was to serve our customers and to give the best of our customers. And one of the main key questions we asked ourselves when we were, dealing together and discussing with our team is which market segments we may address. And when you look at this mobile environment, you have to be very visionary to understand what will be the next key thing after 18 months. And look at the year 2011, all those events with Google, Motorola, Microsoft, Apple, and all those guys. And what we decided 18 months ago is to address the mass market. Not elites, but really the mass market, and to position the device in terms of feature as number one in terms of features, but to address the mass segment. It was 18 months ago a huge challenge, and we were already questioning ourselves, we would be able to do it. And you know, this partnership with you guys and with all your team, and most importantly with customers in the room, bring now to a device which is a true mass market device with incredible features and incredible powers. I think that's what we have been able to do all together, and that's the main key thing we have achieved all together.
Well, we've loved working with your team too, Yves. Perhaps you could tell the press a bit about the feature set and the kinds of services that Orange will put on this platform.
I mean, it is absolutely vital and crucial for everyone to understand that we carriers, we have to give the best and the fastest network. I mean, you say carriers in the US, we say operators in Europe, and let's take your words for a moment, carriers. If you have a fantastic motorway, a fast motorway, and you have only a 2-cylinder car, you cannot really use the motorway, specifically when you drive in Germany. So what we are trying to do with Intel is to tell to our customers, you want LTE, you want fast access, you want speed access, you want everything. Guys, you need an end-to-end speed share. And in order to do so, we need to deal and we need to give you the best of the processing power. So we'll give you an Intel phone that you can enjoy these features of very, very high speed. Nevertheless, as you know, Paul, as now operator and not carrier anymore, we have some other features we deliver to our customers, like video, like music, like TV, like services. All those services, all those features have been integrated and deeply integrated with your technical people inside of the OS, Android, as well as inside of the chipset, which give not only an incredible user experience, which give not only an incredible speed, but this give a human sense and a human approach to this device, which is much more than a fast car, and the fastest car in the world. But it is a car you love to drive, you love to sit in, because it's bringing you added value.
And lastly, maybe you could tell them when people can buy this wonderful phone.
I mean, people will be able to buy this wonderful phone in Orange shop, so you're all welcome. Mostly, I mean, first in France and in the UK, or in the UK in France. And it will be for summertime, because people will love to enjoy their holidays, to take those beautiful phone, and to take all those features and to upload those features on so many websites.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Paul.
let me shift about 8,000 miles and talk a little bit about India. India is perhaps the world's fastest growing large smartphone market. The growth for smartphones has been 50%. The market has doubled since the last 2 years, and is on a 50% compound annual growth rate. That means that it's going to have 3x the growth rate that the rest of the world is seeing in terms of smartphones. And it's increasingly about not just making phone calls, but about connecting people, making payments, providing infrastructure for the basics of life that a lot of people in India need because they don't have access to other kinds of communications or compute technologies. And we have one of the newer and one of the most innovative companies in the Indian smartphone market represented with us today. It's a company called Lava, and representing the company is co-founder and director of Lava, Vishal Saigal. It's exciting. So tell us a little bit about your phone and what you plan to do.
Okay, I think quickly I'll just give you a quick sense about Lava, what we are about. Many people really not knowing much about it. We're a young company. We got established in 2009. We have a very simple vision, which is to empower Indians to do more and to be more. Brand Lava was launched in July 2009, and I think in short of 2.5 years, just about 2.5 years, we have almost Brand Lava is the brand of choice for almost 10 million Indians. So that's the featureful space. Now, what is there? We try to keep from time of launch right up to now. We try to keep ourselves in a very narrow things about the basic tenets of brand building. And we believe brand building is all about customer experiences and optimizing those experiences. Whether the experience is about the customer touching your phone, whether it's about how you're visible or demonstrated the retail shelf, or whether it's about answering a wholesale service call, it's for television advertising. So I think what we are trying to do is ensure that we understand consumer experiences and keep working towards optimizing them. That's about Lava. Very quickly about what is partnership. See, the Indian market is all of 150 million to 200 million phones a month, phones a year.
I like a month.
So till about 2 years back, it was bulk of your most feature phones. But in the last 2 years, we are seeing the smartphone market growing and growing. I think in short of 2 years from now, we expect almost 50 million of this market to be converting into smartphones. Now, this smartphone customer is very different from our feature phone customer, and therefore, to ensure that we are able to address his aspirations correctly, we are actually introducing a new brand, brand Zolo. You can see that on your screen, and here's the phone. So that's our new Zolo phone. Based on Zolo is a product. Zolo X900, which is this model, is a product of the partnership between Intel and now we're extremely proud of it. So Zolo is going to be all about speed. So for speed, I think it's powered by a 1.6 GHz Atom processor, and what it delivers to customers is a grounding speed. It's almost 2 times that of our nearest competitors in India in the similar price range, and so that's one thing which we believe is going to be extremely important to customers, especially in the smartphone segment. It has a 400 MHz graphic processor, which gives brilliant gaming and video experience. So that's going to be the next big thing. And then finally, there's everything about the camera, which you just showed. So 8 megapixel camera with burst mode, so the ability to be able to click 10 8 megapixel pictures in under a second. If that's speed, and if that's not speed, then I don't know what speed is. So that's what this is, and we're extremely proud of what we're trying to bring into the market, and I think for us it's a very big step.
And customers can buy after when?
We're going to be putting around Songshan early next quarter. And I told you, I think you're happy and you can book your first Zolo phone immediately.
I can't wait. Okay, I've come to India to pick it up.
Thanks so much.
Since we're traveling around the world, let me keep going east to China. And my next guest is from ZTE, Mr. He Shiju. He is the Executive Vice President and Head of the Terminal Division at ZTE, and he has some exciting news for us as well.
Today, ZTE is a leader for global leader for provider for telecommunication equipment and for handset. In fact, we are number 4 in the global handset manufacturing. Today we are proud to announce that we have used Intel solution for smartphone and tablet already. So we also want to use Intel solution